Alan Abrams began his career in golf at an early age. In fact, he was only in 7th grade when he started working at Highland Hills Golf Course for his uncle, who was the pro there at the time.
He needed somebody to pick the driving range, vacuum the shop, clean the public restrooms. In fact, yesterday here at the golf shop, I did some range picking, I did some vacuuming, and I actually cleaned the restrooms because there was nobody here. So 45 years later, I'm still doing the same thing, but love it, it's a passion.
Alan's passion for golf made him very competitive at an early age. In fact, he won the Highland Hills Men's Club Championship a couple times as a junior.
And that was a big thing because a junior had just won the Men's Club Championship, and we can't give that to a junior. But they stepped up, a couple of the members stepped up and gave me that championship.
Alan played golf for Greeley West High School. Then he went on to play golf for the University of Northern Colorado. He knew he wanted a career in golf, but would it be as a player?
So in the back of my head, I knew I wanted to play, but I also knew that golf was something the technique of golf, learning to play golf, bothered me, why that ball didn't go straight every time. And as many balls as I hit, the next day, it seemed like I had it, but I didn't. So I kind of got into the teaching mode. So part of my passion from not being a better player was to teach. I was able to at least get out, start my career in teaching.
After stints in Phoenix and Eaton, Alan applied for one of the available assistant positions at Indian Tree Golf Club, which of course was run by Hall of Famer Vic Klein. Alan really wanted the first assistant's job, but Vic offered him the second assistant's job.
Well, it was a day, thought about it. Next thing I know, I took it. And in my mind, I'm coming down here to get that first assistant's job. I'm going to work hard and show him that I deserve the first assistant's job.
I pretty well knew after the first 6 months that maybe those roles should have been reversed, but when it became evident that I had to make a change, Alan, of course, stepped right into that role and did very well.
Alan became an excellent teacher, and it wasn't too long before Vic handed the reins of the Indian Tree Junior program over to Alan.
So we took on 30-some kids the first couple of years, and then one year he says, hey, we need to grow the game a little bit with those kids, so I'd like you to see if you could get more kids involved with the game.
So Alan put out some flyers and went to a couple of nearby schools, thinking this was a good starting point.
Expected 35, 40, 50 kids first day of junior golf, and lo and behold, it had to have been 150 plus kids showed up. Well, I had no clue what I was going to do in the first hour with 150 kids. I panicked. It was just chaotic.
Well, Alan survived that day, and what he learned from it would completely change the face of junior golf programs.
With that many kids, I was on a high learning curve, and when you got that many kids, they want to do something. And what I learned from that whole process was they wanted it to be fun. You had to have it organized because mom and dad were out there, and obviously you had to have some safety involved. So those were my 3 priorities, and fun was first.
And no one was better or more creative than Alan when it came to making golf fun for kids. He captured their imaginations in ways no one had thought of. He would turn Indian Tree's practice facility into a putt-putt course. He would issue things other than golf clubs to get the ball in the hole. And who hasn't tried a practice swing from this seat?
And that stuff that I just thought up to keep the kids interested in the game, that I thought I would have fun with and that they would have fun, you know, was paintings that I would draw on the sides of whatever I had to put out there for a target. And then each year those became bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And just the word of mouth for junior golf became, at Indian Tree, became something that it was successful.
As Alan's alligators and dragons grew into hippos and dinosaurs, so did the number of kids who flocked to Indian Tree to discover golf.
And when I would get 220 the next year, and then the next year was 300, and before you know it, I'm up to 500 kids in a summer. And that went on for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, 500 kids in a program. Then we knew we had something.
But Alan didn't stop there. He loaded up the truck with the mats and headed to a nearby school.
Put mats out in the back of the playground, brought in golf balls, brought in clubs, very well organized. Worked out, taught 600 kids with their PE classes during the week. Handed out my applications to the junior golf program at Indian Tree. It just turned into 150 kids to 300 kids to 600 kids to, before I knew it, had been over 10,000 kids in school program.
I credit Alan really personally for starting the first Golf in Schools program.
Alan's innovative programs and unprecedented success captured a lot of attention. In 1988, Alan received the Municipal Junior Development Award from Golf Digest. Later that year, he was named the inaugural Junior Golf Leader by the Colorado section of the PGA, an honor he would receive 3 more times in his career. In 1997, Alan's innovation and success received its highest honor when he was named the National Junior Golf Leader by the PGA of America. As a leader, Alan has served over 2 decades on the Colorado section of the PGA Board, including as its president. In 2010, he received the Vic Klein Award appropriately for his service, and in 2012, the Colorado section named him the Golf Professional of the Year for the 3rd time. Alan has also served on the PGA President's Council for Golf Development, the National Association for Junior Golfers Board of Advisors, and he was president of the Colorado Junior Golf Association. He's been a National Junior Academy instructor. He served 8 years on the Rocky Mountain Junior Golf Tour as director and on the board, and as tournament director of the PGA Max Fly Colorado Junior Golf Championships. But Alan's legacy after 3.5 decades at Indian Tree Golf Club can be described in 3 words.
At Indian Tree, we're going to put a product out that's going to be fun, fun, fun. That's the bottom line.
Well, tonight, the Colorado Golf Hall of Fame has one word for you, Alan. Welcome.